Yes. Okay, so we're going to start asking you something that we always ask for all our special guests.
I'm versatile. Just so you know.
Great. That would be the second question.
Okay, good. Yes.
No
Take notes, people.
What's the first question?
The first question is, what is your favorite drag queen and why?
My all-time favorite drag queen is Kim Chi. She's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Beautiful, amazing, 8-foot-tall Asian queen who is visually on a different level than everyone else. Her visuals, her costumes, her makeup, her hair, everything is on a different level. And her performances, so her look is like fine art, and her performances are like silly, funny, weird, strange, because she's very strange. So I love that, because I like a strong look with a unique, strange performance, and she's very that.
We knew Kim Chi pre-7th season, when she was amongst the rumors of the queens who would be on this season.
We were best friends, and so I was the whole time I was like, if you're on this season with me, I'm gonna be so mad at you. She's like, Trixie, I don't even audition. I'm like, well, I don't know. No, she's my all-time favorite. That's the thing with Drag Race is I love Drag Race, but the most amazing queens might never be on Drag Race because there's more to drag than just Drag Race. You know?
Totally.
Tell her that she has already a sparkle of a fandom here. Thanks to that.
I mean, that's the thing is if you watch Drag Race, yes, you like drag, but you're not really a drag fan. If the only drag queens you know are from Drag Race, you're not a true drag fan.
Yeah,
Unless you go to your normal shows in your neighborhood, support your local queens. Unless you check out queens in other cities, you're not really a drag fan because drag it's like saying you love music because you watch American Idol.
Yes, totally.
You're not a real music fan if all you do is watch American Idol.
Yeah.
You know.
So Trixie Mattel is often regarded as a very solid character. And on the show, you explained the origin of the name.
Yeah.
But how did you develop the character and how it came to be as it is today?
Well, for me, it was like I was doing drag and I wasn't super enjoying what I was doing because at first I was looking more like a person. I looked more like normal drag queens. I looked, more soft and more, and I want to say passable, but like I looked more like soft, pretty drag. It just wasn't exciting for me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm a funny person. But originally I wasn't doing comedy. So I started doing my own kind of funny pieces of it. And then I added the look, which was a full like Barbie, Cabbage Patch Kid, My Little Pony look. And when I added a kid's toy look with a dark sense of humor, it was like the right thing.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a kid's toy that talks about rimming?
Yes.
So, when I added those things together, that's when it really started to work. And that's when I fell in love with drag. At first, I almost quit at first because I was like, I don't love this. And then when I started doing the look you see today, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. This is exactly right,
Totally.
That's
and
amazing.
It's a very nice and distinguished look.
Yeah, and even if you hate the look, at least you remember it.
It's unique.
And drag is a small business. If you're not memorable, you're not succeeding. You have to be memorable.
Yes. I don't know. I don't remember who said it, but you don't have to make people like it. You just have to make them not ignore you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like even if they hate it, even if you hate Trixie Mattel, the image is burned into your memory.
Yes.
When I come out on stage looking like a My Little Pony and I talk about, being abused at home, it's funny and strange and people respond to it. So
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
How did your drag change after the show? If it did, right?
The show really, it puts you through it and, you start to really learn who you are. And the show makes you do things you don't want to do in a short amount of time on camera, and then you get judged by the entire world. And so for me, when I went into Drag Race, I never thought I was comedy. I never thought I was funny, or I never thought I was like a comedy queen. And then I got to Drag Race, and the other queens were like, Trixie, whatever you do after Drag Race, you have to do comedy. They're like, you're so funny, you need to do that. But going into Drag Race, I never thought I never said I was a comedian. Yes. So leaving Drag Race, I was like, you know what? That's my superpower. That's the thing I'm supposed to do is be funny. That's my thing. So it teaches you stuff you might not know about yourself, honestly. Because we all do drag I just did Trixie because it felt right. I didn't do Trixie because I was like, do I want to be fishy, pageant, comedy? I just did it. And then I went to Drag Race and I was like, oh, I'm more comedy. Okay,
Got it. Actually, season 7 was kind of the fashion season. Yeah. Because queens like Pearl, Miss Fame, etc. Was it difficult to survive as a comedy queen, oriented queen
No.
on those beaches?
No,
or-
because the judges never read me for my looks.
Mhm.
You know, my looks were fine. I mean,
Yeah.
because fashion is about telling a story, and some queens who are fashion queens wore the same thing all the time.
Mhm.
Honestly, how many corsets and finger waves did we see this season?
Yeah.
No tea, but the whole time I just did my own thing, and then I felt really good about what I was doing. Even, I mean, both times I was eliminated, it wasn't because of my look.
Totally.
You know, the first time they were fine with the look, and the second time they loved the look, so it's no problem.
Still on that line, there's been a lot of queens that has been cast on fashion shows and fashion editorials, although fashion has been a part of drag for like forever.
Yeah.
Do you think you will be a part of that trend?
Yeah, I'm doing Fashion Week this year in New York. I won't say with who. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh my god!
But I'm doing 2 shows this year in Fashion
2
Week. I know.
shows?
If you would have told me, Trixie,
Amazing.
I know. And both the designers, I was like, "Are you sure? Because have you seen me?" And they're like, "I like you because fashion tells a story, and your look tells a story."
Amazing,
Honestly.
amazing. Okay, don't reveal the names, but in a dream-like world, what designer would you love to own?
My favorite designers of all time, Heatherette, obviously, love. I mean, but I like anything. I mean, I like everything as fluffy as Heatherette. I love Gareth Pugh, something really dark and strange. Obviously, I love like Prada. I like anything fun. I like anything that's. I like wearable fashion, you know, ready to wear. But I like more fashion that's more fantasy. Obviously,
Yes.
I'm a drag queen.
Yes.
I don't want to wear a pencil skirt and a blouse. I want to wear, you know, I want to look like a monster. That's what I like.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Amazing. And like worldwide, Brazilians fans also went crazy when you got first eliminated.
So, yeah.
And did you wish that you had this kind of reaction on social media, specifically when you first departed?
Well, when I first left Drag Race, because I left 2 times. The first time, well, that day on episode 4, I loved our Tan With You video. I loved my
Yes.
green runway, the Chinese look, and I loved my lip sync. So when I went home, I was confused.
Uh-huh.
And I went home, my boyfriend was like, "What happened?" And I'm like,
We were confused.
"It was a musical comedy challenge, and I had to lip sync." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "And I lost the lip sync to Pearl." And they were like, "What?" And I didn't fully understand what happened, I guess. It didn't make sense to me. So in the studio, when they were like, they're filming me, and they're like, "Why aren't you more upset? Why aren't you like crying?" I'm like, "Because I don't understand why I'm going home. I feel like this is just random." So, you know, it didn't make. And then when I was, you know, I was in Berlin, Germany, watching myself at a viewing party lose. I was crying.
Yes.
And then the next day I call my manager. I'm like, "Did everybody cancel? All my traveling, is it done?" And she was like, "It's the opposite. The clubs and fans want you because they don't understand what just happened."
Uh-huh.
So it worked in my favor, honestly, because, you know, Justice for Trixie and stuff ended up being a big thing. So at first I was upset, but if I could look back on it, it ended up helping me because it was more, you know, more buzz.
Uh-huh.
You know, people didn't understand that elimination. I felt very like, okay, I don't understand it, and neither do fans. That feels good. You know, I'm not alone.
That's nice. What can we Brazilian fans expect from your Life in Plastic Brazil tour?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Today I'm in São Paulo, and I'm doing Fortaleza, I'm doing Belo Horizonte, and I'm doing São Paulo today, and then Rio de Janeiro, and then the last city,
Porto
I forgot.
Alegre.
Porto Alegre. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
can't even say these, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm learning all the important phrases. I'm learning Manda Nuges, and is that right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's important. And I'm learning. Oh God, what's the one? Show me your dick.
Amostra.
Oh yeah, Mostra do Pinto.
Yeah.
Un Pinto is the most important thing. And then
Vagabundo.
Vagabunda, yes. All the important words, but I mean, it's such a great time because I love drag, and in Brazil, you guys love drag as much as I do. So it's just like a drag-obsessed party. I love you guys.
Yes, yes.
So we're having a great time. And then I know that Drag Race Season 7 is about to show in Brazil, finally, on TV.
Yeah.
So also to come back and we can do it all over again and laugh.
Please
and,
come back.
Yeah.
Please.
Because only super fans are watching it online and probably stealing it. But, you know, when I come back, we can all watch it on TV.
Girl, the struggle was real.
The struggle was so real. Yeah, it was an amazing
So real.
season. I mean, we had some amazing queens, and then we had some YouTube makeup artists. It was so good, and I love it. I wouldn't change anything. I'm so happy for Violet. I think everyone did a great job. Everyone who was, I mean, even Tempest du Jour who went home first. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning to end, everyone was great. So
Yes, it was a very high level season.
Yeah, and some queens didn't get a very positive, look. Like Tempest went home first. Jasmine Masters, people wouldn't know it. She's amazing, but on the show, she didn't look quite so amazing. So you have to go see these queens in real life to get your own opinions.
Yes.
Go support your local queens. I mean, in Brazil, how many amazing local queens do you have? Don't come out because someone from Drag Race is here. Come out because you want to see queens.
Yes. Learn it.
Last but not least, any tips or advice for rookie and young queens like Monarch?
Yes. Well, if you're Monarch, quit now. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. The biggest thing for me, I feel like the only reason I have the things I have is because I did whatever I wanted and I didn't listen to anyone. I mean, my makeup, my look, my performances, not everybody's happy with that. But I just said, that's what I like, so I'm going to do it. And because I do my own thing, I got to be different and special and stand out. If you're doing a type of drag that already exists, you're not special. Again, drag is a small business. Unless you're being unique, you're just going to fade away. You're going to be one of 100.
Yeah.
Would you rather be another pageant queen or Trixie Mattel? I mean, honestly, I lost Drag Race twice. But people don't care because I do something weird and people like weird, so.
You lost twice and you're here with us.
I lost twice, yes, and I'm here in Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm the first one from season 7 in Brazil and I lost twice, so whatever.
Yeah.
Haters.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I'm looking to try different foods while I'm here and make out with men who could possibly marry me so I can come back whenever I want, so. You guys are available.
You can come.
Yes, I come whenever I want. Yes,
I like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Riding on the taxi was so fun.
Yes, please get out of my dressing room. Thank you.
We're leaving now.
We're living.
Bye. I love you.
Fala assim, tchau, amigas.
Yes. Tchau, amigas.
Yes. Thank you so much. So much.
Now really.
It was for reals and for good.